Now, where we live in southern Indiana, there's more American persimmons per capita than anywhere else in the world. All right? And because of that fact, deep in the hills of southern Indiana, there is a county called Lawrence County, and it's where all the Peytons come from. And in Lawrence County, Indiana, every year they hold a giant Persimmon Festival. All right? At this festival, there are two competitions which are of the highest importance. The first one is the Persimmon Pudding Eating Contest. The second one is the Persimmon Pudding Recipe Contest. Now, we have not yet won the eating contest, but we're working on it. But that second competition, that recipe contest, one year, the Peyton family recipe for persimmon pudding won blue ribbon first prize at the Persimmon Festival in Lawrence County. Now, persimmon pudding is not actually pudding at all. It is more like a lemon bar or maybe like a mushy brownie or something. But it's real good. And as a service to all those who buy our new record, in addition to all the lyrics and being in the liner notes, we also included that award-winning persimmon pudding recipe in the liner notes of that record. Now the reason is, this is kind of a long story. I'm going to tell it anyway, though, because I feel like telling stories this evening. The reason is, and this right now you're going to think, how in the hell is this story going to connect? My brother is not allowed into Canada. We can't talk about the why. All we can say is, this is God's honest truth. This is God's honest truth. He has been banned from Canada for 5 years. That's no joke. About a year and a half's gone by since they did that, so it's about 3 and a quarter years he's got left to go on his ban from the entire nation of Canada.
So like 2.5 years Canadian left.
Yeah. There's no freedom up there, right? I'm just playing. No, seriously. We were going up. We were playing in the West Coast, right? And we're playing in Seattle. And we're going up toward British Columbia because we got invited to play a festival in Canada. We go to cross the border at Bellingham, Washington, and they turn him away. And now this was an 8-hour ordeal. After we had to wait in line 3 hours, an hour and a half inside to be told no. Had to take him to a bus station to put him on a Greyhound to Glendive, Montana, where we were going to be coming back into town.
And I blame John Cougar Mellencamp.
Here's why. Here's why. We're at the the customs there, and this guy, and I swear to God, he looks at our IDs and he goes, Indiana A, and he said that. He said Indiana A. I swear, it's like it was perfect, He goes, John Cougar Mellencamp A, and he kind of looks at us and smiles, and we're like, yeah, John Cougar Mellencamp, And I thought, man, maybe this time the Coug is going to save us, This guy's a fan, I know it. The Pink House is this guy's favorite song, I can tell. The next thing that comes out of his mouth, I swear to God, he said, now it could go either way, but since it's up to me, I'm going to decide. I say he ain't allowed in. And we're like, what? He goes, in fact, if he tries to come in the next 5 years, he will be detained. Swear to God. So obviously he wasn't a John Cougar Mellencamp fan, I guess. I don't know. Now you're wondering, how does persimmons have to do with Canada? Well, let me tell y'all how it has to do with Canada. We were up in Breezy and I. We went on ahead without my brother, and we didn't know what was going to happen when we got there. If it was going to be, they was going to turn us away, or when we got to the festival, tell us to go to hell, or we didn't know what was going to happen. We were going to play with another drummer or just do it ourselves. But the Canadians were paying too good, so we had to get on up there and do the thing, So it's about 4 in the morning, and I can't drive anymore. I've been driving all day, 8 hours as a border, and all these hours to get up into British Columbia. We're up in the Canadian Rockies, which are bigger and scarier than the American Rockies, if you can believe that. And there was this pizza place. It was closed, but it's the only thing with a parking lot we'd seen for miles. And we stopped off at this pizza place, and laying in the parking lot, I'm looking up at the stars in the Canadian Rockies, and I never felt so far from home my whole life, Never felt so lonesome. It was pretty sad. So I got to thinking about home, and I wrote this next song right here, which isn't going to be the last song we play this evening, but it's the last song on our new record. It's called the Persimmon Song, and it goes like this.
Persimmon, same, put a hand on your women. Would you pop, shake,